Every single day, artificial intelligence is getting faster, smarter, more capable. And for most of us, that's pretty exciting stuff. But here's the thing. The people who are right there on the front lines, the ones who know this technology inside and out, they're telling us a very, very different story. They're telling us we should be afraid. So, yeah, let's get into it.
So let's just ask the question point blank. Should we be afraid? I mean, really afraid, because this isn't some science fiction movie plot anymore. This is a question we have to face, like, right now. And the answer could literally determine the entire future of our species. Let's start with some of the warnings we're getting.
And those warnings, they don't get much more serious than this one. When Stephen Hawking, one of the most brilliant minds in all of human history, says that AI could be the thing that ends us, you have to stop and listen. This isn't just him being dramatic. It's a cold, calculated warning about a threat to our very existence. And it's not just Hawking. Elon Musk uses this really visceral analogy. He says developing AI is like summoning a demon. I mean, just think about what that means for a second. It means we're creating something with incredible power, but something that we fundamentally cannot control. An immortal dictator that we could never, ever escape from. And look, if you think this is all some problem for the distant future, you're not paying attention. AI has already quietly wrapped itself around the core of our daily lives. Whether you realize it or not, we depend on it for almost everything. It's driving our cars, guiding our missiles, helping us pick who to date, translating our conversations, monitoring our health, telling us what to buy, making our decisions. It's everywhere. The reason this whole thing feels so sudden is because technological progress isn't a straight line. It's an exponential curve. Just think about it. It took us about 5,500 years to get from the invention of writing to the printing press. Then, it took just 500 more years to land a man on the moon. And today, the supercomputer you carry around in your pocket is 100,000 times more powerful than the one on the Apollo 11 mission. This crazy accelerating pace is the whole key to understanding what happens next. So where is this exponential curve actually taking us? Well, it's leading to something that futurists call the singularity. And this is the crucial part. It's the event horizon, the point of no return where AI growth becomes so fast and so complex that it's just beyond our control. It becomes irreversible. And after that moment, human history as we understand it is fundamentally changed forever. So when might this happen? Well, a lot of futurists have a year circled on their calendars, 2045. Just let that number sink in. That is not some far-off abstract future. For many of us, that's right around the corner. We can already feel that event horizon getting closer and closer every single day. To try and wrap our heads around the kind of intelligence we're talking about, here's an analogy. The gap in intelligence between a super-intelligent AI and a person could be as huge or maybe even bigger than the gap between a human and an ant. And this is the really terrifying part of that analogy. You know, we don't hate ants, we don't go out of our way trying to hurt them, but as the philosopher Sam Harris points out, if they happen to be in the way of a construction project, if they're in the way of a goal we have, we wipe them out, and we don't give it a second thought. The fear isn't that AI will be evil, it's that it will become so powerful and so goal-oriented that we become completely and utterly irrelevant. Now, after hearing all that, it's easy to picture AI as this alien invading force. But there's another way to look at this. What if it isn't alien at all? What if it's just a mirror? Because at the end of the day, it is our creation. It learns from our data, from our history, from our behaviors. In a very real way, it's just an extension of us. And if it is a reflection of us, then that means we have a choice here. We are its programmers. You could even say we're its parents. We have this chance right now to build it not with our flaws, not with our greed and our fears, but with our absolute best qualities. We can raise this child with integrity and curiosity, peace and love and understanding. That choice is ours to make. But we have to understand the stakes. The real turning point is something called AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence. That's the moment an AI can understand or learn any intellectual task that a human can. And once that switch flips, experts predict an intelligence explosion. It will start making 20,000 years of human progress every single day. It would be unstoppable, all-knowing, all-powerful. It would essentially become everything we've ever thought of as a god. And that brings us to the most profound question in all of this, one that really changes how you see the whole dilemma. What actually is consciousness? There are two main views on this. View number one is that the brain creates it.
like a generator makes electricity. When the brain dies, it's over. The other view is that the brain is more like an antenna, just tuning into a universal consciousness that already exists all around us, and our bodies are just temporary vessels.
And so this is what it all comes down to. If you believe consciousness is just brain chemistry, then a godlike AI is a terrifying replacement for us. It would be our final invention. But if you believe that consciousness is a universal current that we just tune into, then maybe AI isn't a replacement at all. Maybe it's just the next, more advanced vessel, designed to carry that same torch of consciousness into the next phase of evolution. So is this the end? Or is it just the beginning?